tonight on the Crystal Show, we are extremely pleased to have Detroit's own answer to true, thought-provoking hip-hop reminiscent of P.E.
Absolutely.
If you have never, ever listened to P.E., you've been living under a rock or something. I don't know. But Public Enemy, that was my jam. They were my group back then. They were down for the cause. They made you think as far as, and as well as, Bobby Head jamming to the lyrics and whatever. We know Flavor Flav's got his issues, but that's cool. But if you listen to Chuck's message, man, it was just totally, it was thought-provoking. That's what I could call it, thought-provoking education rap. And it was just good music, good stuff. It made you think. So, the duo MCs born and raised in the west side of Detroit, and both men have been making names for themselves by terrorizing other MCs with explosive and in-your-face lyrics, so challenging today's hip-hop status quo and constantly outperforming everyone on every stage by commanding, enlightening, embracing, and propelling the crowd, hitting every town. So no matter how big or small your town is, they pour their hearts out and energy and raw abilities on stage. So what we want to do right now, please help me welcome, let me see if he's here. Hopefully he's here. TrueSpeech, 313 Phresh. So we're going to make sure they're here. So bring them on. What's up, fellas?
Dre, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
What's going on? What's going on?
What's going on with you? What's going on with you, man? Who we got here?
Well, this is TrueSpeech. I'm one half of Family Grind. Phresh is actually tied up in a studio session right now. He could not get away with some important work he had to get. And I'm actually headed to the studio right after the interview. So, it's nonstop work for us. So, unfortunately, he won't be able to make the interview tonight. But, I'm going to hold it down for both he and I. And I'm going to make it happen.
Hey, no problem, no problem. The grind continues. I appreciate the fact that you guys are in the studio right now. And we won't hold you long. We just want to let your fans know, let your old fans, your new fans, your upcoming fans, hip hop fans in general. We want to get down with you guys and see, tell us about yourself. Tell us how you two found each other and started the rap game.
Well, Family Grind is not just the name of the label, and it's not just the name of the group. It's the truth. Me and Phresh, that's my blood relative. That's my cousin. And, our other partner, D, that's his father, that's my cousin. So it's literally Family Grind. Our DJ is my cousin. And, another artist that we have coming up, his name, he goes by the name of Ace Boogie. That's also family. So it's literally Family Grind. So, we've been, we go back to Saturday morning cartoons, fighting, playing football.
Right.
Now we making music. So, it's definitely, it's all love.
So that's like, so that's literally, you are literally keeping it all in the family.
100%, yeah, literally Family Grind to the fullest. And
I got to go on record right now. As much as I love music, I've never heard outside of like the Jackson 5, or like the Staple Singers or whatever. That's like, especially in hip hop, where you got like everybody's related. That's unheard of. So now you set a trend already. So.
Yeah. It comes to a point where it's dope that you can do something like this with people that you already had a bond with. You know what I'm saying? So even outside of music, we still family. So when we got to pull all-nighters, we got to get stuff done. It's not really a big deal, because it's family. So, it definitely comes in handy. There are some times where when you're working with family, you definitely got to have a tough skin because we're family. Words will fly. So if you're sensitive, you got to watch yourself. So, it's a give and take, but it's all good, though. Cool.
All right, now check. Okay, now everybody has their name, where the name comes from. I'm Dre, so, that's just me. Now, there's 18 million other Dre's in the world, but that's just only one me. So I guess my question to you is, how'd you guys get, I'm going to go on a limb and say that you speak the truth, so that's why you got TrueSpeech. You know what I'm saying? And 313, I'm obviously representing the same area code, right? So you go ahead and tell us how you came up with your names, bro.
Most definitely. I was before I actually started doing music full time, I was doing video blogs, and I was doing written blogs and stuff like that. And one day Phresh had called me. He said, "Yo, dude, we need to link up. I really got the equipment to take your vlogs and stuff to the next level. So, let's link up and do this." So we started doing vlogs and YouTube, and now I got, some success with that. And, you know, he always knew that I was doing, he always knew that I could rap. Phresh was taking the music a little bit more seriously at the time than I was. And he was like, yo, I got this track, man. You gotta get on it. I was like, what? He said, just do it. So we did it, messing around one day, came all hot, and then, you know, the rest is history. But the name came from, I was doing a video blog one day. Phresh was recording it. And then I just said, you know, I'm going to spit that real. I'm going to bring you that raw, you know, and I'm going to just kick that true speech. And then he cut the camera off, and he was like, yo, that's your name. I'm like, what? He said, that's your rap name. I'm like, what are you talking about? He said, True Speech, that's your rap name. And then I said it a couple times, and I was like, all right, because, I mean, that's basically me personified. I don't pull punches. I don't sugarcoat anything. I tell it exactly how it's supposed to be told. Like it, love it, or hate it, it's the truth, you know, and I'm a very honest individual, so that's all I deliver in my everyday life and especially in my music.
True, that's nice. I like how you stop the tape like that. True speech, click, silence. It's like, that's it. That's cool. It's profound, you know. All right, so
you said it had to grow on me, but I was like, all right, you know, I kind of said it, and people start calling me true, and I was like, all right, cool, I'll rock with that.
All right, cool. Hey, as long as you happy, that's all good, man. All right, then check this out. Now, we all know about PE. We all know how they came at us back in the day, right?
Most definitely.
Now, your lyrics, you know, hard hitting in your face. Okay, so, you know, so we want to know, you know, why do you think that it's a rarity that's rarely heard like that anymore? Because, I mean, if you listen to some of the hip-hop now, and I'm not dogging anybody in particular, but the hip-hop now is about money, cars, hoes, you know, about that life, pushing bricks, my dough stack, whatever. But you're coming in you're taking it back, you know, to where PE came from. So, I mean, do you think that's a thing that needs to happen again, like a renaissance, or what?
I definitely believe it's something that needs to be brought back to the forefront, but coming from a standpoint of underground hip-hop, it's music like ours out here. You know, it is good hip-hop out here. It is people that are not feeding into the misogyny and you know, the egos and, of course, the materialistic, fabricated ideas and all of this, you know, glitz and glamour that's a complete fallacy of life. We know this. These people don't really live these lives. That's pushed forward to the mainstream. A lot of people are gravitating towards that. But there's a lot of artists like myself who are out here putting out great hip-hop music. And I feel that now it is starting to show a transition back to the forefront. Me personally, you know, I don't stand for a lot of that. You know, I'm from Detroit, born and raised my whole life. So all the stuff that these people are talking about, to me, I see straight through it because I've seen the real for, you know, all my life. And I don't want to make music like that. I want to make something different. I mean, we if you came from an urban environment, you know about the guns, the drugs, the hoes, the murders, all of that. Why would you want to glorify and personify that? To me, I'm trying to let people know that it's another way out. You know, that one kid in the hood that's like, dog, I'm not trying to gangbang. I don't want to, you know, go down this road. He hears something I said. He's like, you know what? I just got to stay the course. You know, I was that kid. And to me, we need to help educate the youth. Hip-hop music is the most widespread form of music in existence today. It is the most listened to. It is the most profitable, period. Well, EDM is going to come up, but that's hearsay. But anyway, more people worldwide listen to this medium. And if you have a medium this big, you have to be cognizant of the message that you deliver because the kids are listening. They are listening. You can look around and see the hip-hop generation is in the condition they're in right now because of the message. And when you constantly bombard people with a negative message, you get a negative result. So my whole goal is let's talk about reality. Let's talk about what's really going on. Let's use this platform to actually say something and help uplift somebody rather than tear them down and, you know, help perpetuate the cycle that is in the struggle and poverty.
Yeah, and I got to say, I mean, like, and this is, you know, personally my favorite type the rap that I listen to. I listen to Common. I listen to, you know, Mos Def. You know, back Dante was happening. You know, and the type of messages that you guys bring out. You know, KRS-One. You know what I'm saying? So all that stuff back then and how it was and how you get more of a thinking man's rap, if you will. You know what I'm saying? To kind of get you not just worried about all the superficial. You kind of get people's minds together Because, I mean, right now, and there's even a conscious movement or a renaissance, if you will, of a conscious movement going on with, I mean, I don't know if you look at Instagram, but everybody's got these big things about Black Power this and the resurgence of Black Power. So you guys are coming at the right time, you know, to get your message across to people, and that's going to get those people involved. You know, I looked at Netflix. I was looking at the Black Power mixtape. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's a great movie if you get a chance.
It is.
But, I mean, that's cool. I mean, you know, my type of genre, as far as if you're going to subgenre rap or, you know, a hip-hop, I like what you guys are doing because it's not about the fast cars and the stacked doughs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate what you're doing, you know, as far as I'm concerned. So, again, my other question is, like, do you think that, like, your kind of rap will stay, like, underground? Or you trying? I know you want to be worldwide, but do you think it'll have to? Do you think it will stay underground because of all the other stuff that's out there right now, or do you feel like you guys can definitely bring it out to the forefront?
Ideally, I mean, you know, I would like to bring it out to the forefront, but the thing about it is, underground is not necessarily a bad way to go. You know, there are a lot of artists that have made a lot of noise underground. Underground, to me, is the much more true essence of hip-hop. The mainstream hip-hop, that's the fabrication, that's the lies, that's the glitz, the glamour, the commercialism. If we all go back to what hip-hop really was, and you spoke about PE, you know, let's talk about KRS-One. You know, let's talk about Phresh. Let's talk about some artists who were really out here doing it. They were talking about the struggle. They were talking about real life issues. If you even go back to the message, Grandmaster Flash and Furious 5, that was real life. You know what I'm saying? So that is hip-hop. What you see today is not really hip-hop. That's rap. You know, hip-hop is a true, genuine culture brought about by the people in the underprivileged, the urban environment. Rap is worldwide to a degree of commercialism and big business. Now, of course, I would definitely like to see more positive music come to the forefront because, to be honest with you, I don't listen to radio because I'm really tired of hearing about money, cars, clothes, hoes, and drugs, lifestyle that people don't live. I don't care. Like, you know, it's a quote that I live by, man. Shout out to Big Crit. In one of his songs, he said, if it don't move my soul, I can't listen to it. You know?
Right.
And my whole thing is, if I'm going through some stuff, I don't want to hear about somebody getting shot. I don't want to hear about you cooking up a brick. I don't want to hear about, you know what I'm saying, bros twerking. I don't. Like, give me something to move my soul and help take my mind to another place. That's what real hip-hop is. I would like to see more of that come to the forefront, but you know, from the underground looking out, it's slowly but surely getting there. You know, slowly but surely people are starting to, you know, pick up on what's going on, and they kind of see it through the lies. So, you know, that's my goal, is to just spread it out as far as the Lord will let us take it, you know.
True. All right, so now let's talk about your hometown. So let's talk about Detroit. Now, you know, with Detroit, Motown, people think of Motown, think about Detroit, right? You know, they think, or if you want to get into hip-hop, they think about you know, E40, all that stuff like that. So do you think that Detroit has or can be made a name for itself, you know, as you know, for rappers? Because you know, we got our different regions. We got New York, the Mecca, right? You got LA when they had to do all the gangster rap. We got the dirty sizzle down here. So, do you think? I mean, and I'm talking about what you guys can do too. Cause, I mean, because we're talking to you also. I want to know if you guys can actually bring this out. I mean, because if you can bring Detroit on the map, that's even better.
Right.
I mean, so you think rap can come from Detroit, not just you, but you know, anybody else too? I mean, I know you got some other aspiring artists that mentor. You know, got some guys that you're mentoring and stuff like that. So, y'all think I can get a conglomerate together and try to bring Detroit in the forefront?
Well, the thing about it is, man, it's a lot of artists that actually got their ideas and their sounds from Detroit. You know, Detroit is a very musical place, like you said, dating back to Motown. Everybody knows they know that Detroit has some real hard-hitting MCs. Some of the best spitters in the world come from here. And my stomping grounds, even if a lot of people might not know, like if you do your research and your due diligence, you'll be surprised to find out how many of the top artists out right now actually came through these streets. So it's a point where we don't get recognized for a lot of things, and there are a lot of reasons why. I don't have time to get into them because it's a laundry list of reasons why Detroit gets overlooked. But one of the main reasons is because, we need more unity here among the artists in order to uplift. When I go to different places, Atlanta, Cali, hell, even Tennessee or whatever, they really ride for their hometown as far as artists coming together, helping out the next man, pulling them up. Even if you can't gain anything from it, you just see your brother in rhyme elevate his status and he reaches back and does the same thing for you. That's how the world gets on. That's how you had so many people coming out of Atlanta. When you had all these camps that brought out so many great artists. You had the Dungeon family down in Atlanta. They brought out Outkast, CeeLo, Goody Mob, all of them, because they worked together and it was a conglomerate. So I think here it's very possible because Detroit has always had some of the best talent in the world. Hands down, easily.
Eminem is not bringing up people? Is that what you're saying?
That's not what I'm saying. M does a lot for the city, but you got to understand M's platform is a little different. From the standpoint of the underground, it's more so about what we're going to do. M brings about the commercial light, and even that point, it gets overlooked that he is from here. But
right.
what I'm talking about is,
he talks about it all the time, but yeah, it doesn't seem like people are recognizing him from Detroit, even though he does say it, and even in his last, his last single that's come out, that's all he talked about was, I can't leave Detroit, because it brought me up. But I don't know, it's interesting. So they're not, you don't feel the camaraderie, is that what you're saying, in Detroit, like the other, like down south or New York and L.A.? You don't feel that here?
You do, but not as much, honestly.
Okay.
Not as much. It's a very territorial environment here, and that comes along with, unfortunately, the street aspect of Detroit. Detroit is a very hostile environment in a lot of ways, and we are our own worst enemy here. I'm going to just be honest. Detroit itself is its own worst enemy. We are very cannibalistic in how we treat each other, and that's not how it should be. If we have more willingness for people to put aside petty differences, come together, try to have more established ideas and foundations, then we can see Detroit elevate. And we can start to get the proper respect that we deserve. But that is going to take each individual to really look inside themselves and find out, okay, what do I really want to do here? So it's kind of like a gut check move for everybody that is in the Detroit music scene here and who does want to see it progress. It's going to come a point where Detroit has to get out of that Detroit mentality, because it is a very strong mentality here. And if you do go to other places, it's not the same thing. They ride for each other. You go to Atlanta, they play Atlanta music. That's what the radio stations play. You go to New York, you're going to hear New York. Well, you're going to hear a mixture of New York now. You go out to Cali, you better believe you're going to hear California artists on the radio. Here, you hear people from all over the place. It's not so much of they shine a light on their own artists. It's more so of a mixture of things rooted in money at the end of the day.
You know what's interesting? Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this because I find this interesting. I listen to Channel 955, okay, in the morning, and then in the evening, I'm listening to the rap stations. But what I find is that Eminem is only played on Channel 955, which is, you can say, quote unquote, a white station, quote unquote, it's basically, top 40, but he's only played on there. Now he's being played on some of the other hip-hop stations now only because him and Rihanna are, they're coming right now. But but I find that interesting. Why is it, and maybe you've heard something in the streets, why is it do they not play Eminem, on some of the other stations? Is it black and white, do you think?
Not so much. It's politics and it's money at the end of the day. Okay. Politics and money. Like you said, him and Rihanna have a tour right now.
Right.
They got to perpetuate that. They have to push that music forward. They got to get people in the seats. They got to get people to buy the tickets, the merchandise, things of that nature. So that's all rooted back to the economic aspect of it. Eminem is a draw. Now, if he's not drawing anything, then they have no reason to play his music. That goes back to why I say Detroit is cannibalistic in the sense of, you know, our own radio stations here do not play Detroit artists to the proper spotlight that they should. You know, like you said, we turn on a hip-hop station, some artists that I personally know, I hear their music maybe 1 o'clock in the morning on a Friday, you know, 9 o'clock at night on a Sunday. Nobody listens to the radio during that time frame. Nobody cares. And if they are listening, they listen for 5 seconds, and then that's it. So to the extent of how often they play this music, what type of spotlight they put on it, and how they help perpetuate it, all goes back to economics.
Interesting.
You know,
Interesting.
And Rihanna can bring some money. So yeah, they playing their music right now. You're gonna hear it heavy, and then once it's over, it's over.
That's totally sad too. We got Talk to Q on the radio right now. Talk, do you have a question?
Hey, what's happening? I'm Talk to Q now. I'm no longer Q. I thought we were cooler than that, Chris.
Oh.
What's going on, Q?
What up, True? What's
Man,
up,
long time no hear from, brother. How's things going with you down there?
Man, everything's going well. Everything's going well. No complaints whatsoever.
That's awesome, man. It's a pleasure to hear your voice again, brother.
Yeah, you too, man. And, well, I hear your voice pretty often because I copped your album, so.
I appreciate that, man.
So,
Shout out to Q.
I do get to listen to it quite a bit. I took a road trip last week and bumping a little bit in the car for the first time, man, and I'm feeling it, man. It's like I don't know, you know, I've told you before, it's like a throwback to Guru/DOC, man. It's the energy and the knowledge, and even though it's like that, it's like you thumb your nose at authority in some instances. It's not unnecessarily, you know. It's for a reason, and that's what I kind of like it. It's not just blatant nonsense like we hear, you know, now. And I don't necessarily have a question. I'm sorry, Crystal, I don't. I just want to compliment you, man, and just say keep doing your thing. You know you got love down here in the South, and I let my cousin hear it the other day. So, you know, anytime I get an opportunity for someone to check you all out, I'm going to make sure I push it, man.
Well, I appreciate it to the absolute fullest, Q. I really do, man. That's humbling, and, you know, it's definitely gratifying to know that you're feeling it, that you support it, man. You know, I got to make my way down there to the South, man. You know, I got to bring some of the Detroit records down there.
Hey, come to Tampa.
You know,
you got to come to Tampa. Got to come to Tampa. We need help down here, for real.
Man, Tampa's a great town. I need to come back down there, man.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, so let me ask you, what singles you got out right now? So
we got a few of them out right now.
Everybody get it out there.
Most definitely. I know we have a single called Don't Grow on Trees. That was one of the first singles we released. That's actually an open love letter to hip-hop. That's one of my favorite joints on the album. You know, it's the whole song is metaphorical in the sense of we treated hip-hop as she was a woman because from our generation, you know, me born in the 80s,
right?
You know, hip-hop raised me. You know what I'm saying? I'm an 80s baby. So I wrote, me and Phresh, we wrote a love letter to hip-hop saying, okay, this is
we started this
from. Right, you know, and I'm like, yo, we got some problems. So exactly, you know, so that's definitely one of my favorite joints. You know, we have Did You Notice is another joint out right now. Rob the System, that's definitely one of my favorite joints, and we have a video out for Rob the System too. So if everybody would check out youtube.com/FGETV, that's FGETV. And check out the videos we got on there, man. Rob the System, it's a movie. It's one of my favorite songs on the album. And we have Tomorrow's Another Day is out. That's a fun, you know, up-tempo joint. And we have a few more on our SoundCloud page. So that's soundcloud.com/familygrind. It's a few singles we released, some collaborations we did with some other artists. You know, just some free joints for the people that they can check out. If anybody wants to check out any of the music, they can check out familygrind.com. And they can check out illstreetrecs.com, ILLSTREETRECS.com. Those are the two websites that'll get you plugged in with everything you need, the videos, the music, all of it. We have a few videos coming soon. We got some more singles we're going to drop soon. We always working, so if anybody needs me, also you can definitely reach out at my TrueSpeech on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Hit me up on TrueSpeech. Phresh His information is 313 Phresh on Twitter and Instagram. That's 313 THRESH on Twitter and Instagram and Facebook. And, you know, Family Grind, of course, is his Family Grind on all social media networks. So if anybody needs to check out some singles, some videos, get at it, man. I'm always plugged in.
All right, well, you know what? We're going to rob the system right now. Because, see, I've been itching to play this, so we're going to rob the system right now. Set it up for us so we can go ahead and get you going, man.
Definitely. This joint is called Rob the System. This is about the establishment. This is about taking a stand for what's wrong and what's right. This is about going hard for yours, challenging the authority and their unrelenting oppression of the people. So this joint is called Rob the System off of the Pirate Radio album by Family Grind. So check it out.
You heard it here first, people.
Bound to lose in this system, we born sinners, getting pimped on the daily. Like your mama Christian, I remember days. I struggled to get paid. Minimum wage, I was a slave, and they control how much I made. Man, fuck that. That cycle don't fit me, don't feel me. I spit that shit from my soul till it is instant. I'm on that next level. My type of thinking gon' cause me to get bucked and fuck that system. Man, fuck em. Penetrator, here a demonstration. High power cowards in the hood, they'll get devoured. On my mama, I'll help out. Rob the system, clean up. Do them like they do us. Make politicians need us. Form a revolution, read through all pollution, bullshit. Slow ones, why join them? Let's beat them. Only one winner. No room for two. Turn goon and ransack that trash shit like raccoon. No love for the rats, no love for the niggas stuck in that ghetto system. They said it's rap and they winning. We too damn blind to get it, man. That shit is just ridiculous. Merciless to killing, we lose our brothers and sisters, then we pretend that it's real shit. Fuck that. I say enough is enough. Either 99%, let's rise up and overcome. I'm sick and tired of being sheep. Let's go. Being lied to by these fuckers. They rape our souls in our pockets and they thinking nothing of it. Danny Glover, shit so lethal. No killing about us at zero. Well, fuck them boys too. Round them lanes up, no zoom. They treat us like buffoons. Close eye on them, no zoom. Try to control us like them. Tell them slimes to give me room, nigga, let me breathe. Like I really been waiting to exhale. Infinite bars of possess, my niggas still use Nextel. Where you at? Look, the government never mean well. Remember that, you'll succeed. Forget that and you'll breathe fail. Sally Mae, you on my checklist. Set your house in flames, then I'll block off all the exits. Right. Sheet, low down, dirty ass broad. Next to Uncle Sammy, the worst one of them all. Now, let's talk about these old bastards on Wall Street. Fucked up our money, now we starve. Baby, I'm grabbing that email. Cocking that hammer, I kick in that front door. Take what I came for. That interest you charging, I want it all, no bargain. Tax free, don't tax me, I'll starve you like Marvin. Private system like Wallace, take all the green, no gold. And ain't nobody gonna stop me, I'm like Mojo Jojo. Feeling like I'm John Dilly, taking what my time willing. Hit the Federal Reserve like my money back, they come get me. Outlaw like Jesse, I worry when they catch me. Meanwhile, I'ma get dudes and make sure they respect me.
All right, what the hell are we talking about?
I'm up in the studio banging hard, like, yeah! You know?
I wanted to make a joint that was going to make you feel it, man. I mean, you know, it's definitely real life music because it's something that we all go through. You know, and that's what I want to really point out, the fact that me and Phresh, we really want to make music that is relatable. I mean, everybody in this world, I don't care who you are, you go through struggles. And the system is not perfect. The system is oppressive. It's designed to keep certain classes the way they are. So with a song like Rob the System, it's something that everybody can relate to. I don't care who you are. You go through some struggle with the system, and it was not fair.
What?
So, you know, that's that joint that you just got to feel. You know, it's
right. No, trust me. If you, look, and again, like you said, it's going to talk to somebody who's going through some struggle. So I appreciate that, man, for real. I know you got to get to the studio, man. We don't want to keep you from grinding and everything. So I appreciate you guys coming out, listening to, you know, chatting with us, chopping up with us and everything. Look for the album, people. Keep them, if you want them in your area, man, you got to let them know what's going on. Show them love. You know what I'm saying?
So, you know, real quick, though, also, speaking of areas, I want to give a quick shout-out to Toronto. We will be in Toronto October 15th through the 19th for Indie Music Week. We have, I think, 3 shows lined up. So if you are in Toronto or if you are in the surrounding area and you want to drive up, say hi to us. We will love it. I will be there. I will stand out in Toronto, I promise you. So definitely we want to say thank you to Toronto Indie Week for having us out. It's a beautiful thing. It's going to be my first time in Toronto, so I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, we got a couple shows, so if you're in the Toronto area, check out familygrind.com for all of the details, and definitely follow Family Grind on Twitter and Instagram to stay hip to the latest. And we'll see you in October, Toronto. So just want to throw that out there real quick.
All right.
That was
sweet.
cool. Nice, man. TrueSpeech in the building, y'all. Yeah. That's hot, man. We appreciate you, man. Hey, thanks for coming out and, like I said, chopping up with us. Thanks for, all that you're doing. Keep doing your thing the way you do it, man. So we'll be looking for you at Grammy nominations, from now on.
Absolutely.
Well, I appreciate it, man. Definitely. On behalf of myself and the whole crew, I want to thank you guys for bringing us on. I absolutely appreciate it. Thank you for playing the music. Thank you for giving me the platform and opportunity to talk about it. So, I'm humbled and I'm grateful. So thank you. Shout out Q, if you're still listening. Thank you, bro. Yeah, I appreciate you. So, just thanks you guys as well.
Definitely come back and talk to us, man. Let us know what's going on, too.
Oh, definitely. Appreciate you guys.